So I am like, I don't know the others, but I think most of you guys here, you are from, technology areas. So that's maybe a little bit different, but at the end of the day, everyone some way will be in touch with technology, in some kind of technology. Yeah, that's it.
Marconio, introduce you.
Hello, my name is Marconio. I'm 28 years old. I'm married, and I'm software developer too, and I'm living in Sumaré, São Paulo. I recently joined with an agency with a training program that is only English, and because of that, I'm here. I'm here tonight. I'm do listening too much. I'm reading too much, but I'm not speaking. And if you not speak, you can't speak.
Exactly.
So because of that, I'm here.
Perfect. Vinicius, and you?
Okay, I'm Vinicius. I'm 21 years old. I'm divorced at 20 years.
What?
It's
You married so
no,
early.
yeah, it's a curious thing about me, and I worked with a software engineer. I am a software developer, and I like to play tennis and practice sports in my free time, and stay with my family, with my pets, and I worked with the Python ecosystem in my area. So I think that this is a little about me. And you, Sabrina?
So,
You already
oh,
introduced.
okay, but I want to talk about one thing. Curious about of me. I have 29. I don't know the number more. I have 29 pets. I have 11 cats and 8 dogs.
Wow.
I have Azul.
Definitively.
And understand, Marconio, because when I started this on the Talk and Talk like a student, I'm starting on the Dell, on the Dell Enterprise. So I have so many meetings in English with Indian people, so
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
a challenge. So I read, I talk so much better in my mind. In my mind,
yeah.
the English is flow better, flow. I'm the best. So on time of a meeting. The words don't spell.
Yeah.
So
You need speak to speak.
yeah. So we are in here to this. So okay. With the introduce, we talk about the first and the second questions. So I will for the third question. Jairo, how did you decide to direct your career towards the technology area? At what point in your life, with what the age, did you have any inspiration? What's your story with the technology? I know that you don't work with technology, but how you see the technology in our job? Adjust the response, the answer.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah, for me, it happens a long time ago. When I start to search about SharePoint, for example, it was one of my issues in HR. I didn't know how to manage SharePoint site and these kind of things, and I start to search about it. Since that point, I start to find new. Um, it wasn't new, but for me it was at that point it was new, like different ways to manage teams, to manage data in a easy way, like in SharePoint. you know
Yeah.
at that time I was like, oh, that's new, so I want to learn more about it, because at that time SharePoint was a text for IT guys, like everything that you need. That's what I had in my mind. Everything that you need to do in SharePoint, call the IT guy.
Yeah.
So, but I start to had a lot of problems with SharePoint, and at that time I didn't have time and patience to call someone and wait until someone reply my questions.
Yeah.
And even when I received the reply, it was very general. It wasn't specific. So, all right, but I need to solve the problem. Can you solve my problem or not? This kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, try do it. And that's why I start to search about SharePoint. From that point and so on, I start to learn about Power BI, Power Automate, Power apps. Then I discovered Power Facts. That's the name of the language. Then I start to learn SQL, and then I found another way to automate my tasks with the desktop automation, call it automation, right? Power, all of those things related to Microsoft, besides of SQL. Yeah, but that's how everything works happen. My interest in technology started with SharePoint. Since there, I was searching, studying a lot of courses related to low code. I am thinking about Python as well, but I don't have time enough yet. Maybe in the future I will do it. As it's technology, at least for HR, it's important, but not mandatory. So if you have it, good for you. You will do a great job, but it's not mandatory. So I'm trying to step by step, but that's how everything works. Everything happened in terms of technology.
Exactly. Perfect. Perfect. So interesting your story. Vinicius, you start your life so early, your personal life and your career. What your dreams? Talk about.
Okay, I'll talk about this. I'm drops in the technology area handily. Sure, it was very handily. When I finished my school, it was in 2017. Yes, 2018. Yes, 2018.
I
When
knew it.
when I started to my college, and I make the computer engineering course. So in this course have so much about the hardware, and I don't like so much about hardware. So I chose the other college. I changed my last course to my course now, that is science computer. So because I like it very much about the software, and I only want to program and develop features and develop systems, and I don't want to building new hardware and working with I forget the name. Arduinos, for example.
Yeah.
And I only want to development. And this is that I make now, that I do now. And last year, I I started to work in a company, how to software engineer junior, and in this year I changed my job to my actual job. So I started to work with JavaScript, but now I'm working with Python. And as Jairo said, I think that technology is a way, not a finish, is a way to resolve a problem. So if I have to one day to work with JavaScript again, I will work it. If I have to learn about other things, I will work it. Don't hard it, but other technology.
We understand. You
And,
don't like harder, okay?
Yeah, it's sure now. It's very live. Claro, I forgot the name, but I think that is about my career in general. And about you, Marconio?
Yeah, my
You
my
hate
experience.
harder too?
No. I'm not interested, but I not hate. Let me see. And I start too humbly because I'm always see myself like a geek guy, and I starting thinking about making games in that thing, but it's not easy. Games, I don't see me because I think it was be easy, but it's not. And I starting making freelances, making websites, for example, and for WordPress. Then I starting HTML, JavaScript, and and all that things. And it's going like it's keep going, and I'm learning day after day, and I starting learning English. I let me see, Chuvi.
It's happening.
It's happened. Like I start and then everything happened.
I understand you. I start on the area. I have 34 years. Yeah, I'm 34 years old. So I start my career like a lawyer. The dream of my life are a lawyer. I was lawyer. I am a lawyer. I don't abandon on my career, like my career, yes, but not my the OAB is paying is the pay. I pay the OAB yet, so I'm a lawyer. So I have so many difficulties on the lawyer area because my values like a people, like a citizen, are fighting with my job. I'm a labor lawyer, advogada trabalhista. So I'm working for all my career like for the companies. So my work are fighting with my values. So I stay ill. So I abandoned my career for some months. I put my mind on Twister So I start studying programming for relax,
For fun.
for fun. So I like
Are you
I
sure
love
this? Relax.
thinking how my mind was. So I like, and I start post-graduation for make a offshore formation. Yeah. And the things happen, and I start on a bad company where I stay 2 months yet. So I will building my career. So today I'm so happy with the .NET, but I think like the boys, language just are
Tool.
a tool. Yeah, a tool. Uh, we don't have stay close with the technology or the software specifically. We need stay open for technologies, languages, because this area is so many unstable. So we need know and study news technology. So this is a, a way of I see this life. um, the fourth question, I don't know. I will ignore her. Uh, Vinicius, do you know Agile Methodologies? Have you read the Agile Manifest? You tell us how your first contact with this topic came about?
Okay, I thought that I know, but with the video that you come to here, I was confused about the Agile method and way to express like to Scrum, for example. The Scrum is a way, a closed way to you make things and in a process that is an agile methodology. But agile methodology, I think that it is more than this. Like the video said, is the values and the principles that a team have to make uh, um, um, step by step to finish a product or finish a system. But Scrum is an expression, a form to an agile method to be to have a life. For example, agile method is how a class, and Scrum is like an object. I think that is a good. It's similar to this, and I ever worked with Scrum in my jobs, in my other job, and in this my new job, and as an actual job. And in this process, we have dailies, we have retrospective, and this is the routines that we have with Scrum. I think that's this. And about you, Jairo?
Sorry to ask, but we are at the question number 5. Is that right?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I already worked with Agile methodology. That's quite new, but in HR, for some I think every area of every business already knows Agile in some ways, and they are trying to work with this methodology. But because of it, a lot of people are trying to use it. It start to be messed up. Like people start to confuse what is happening with this mindset. You know, it happens in other areas. It happens in other space of our life, like personal life. It happens also. So every time that we have something new, for some reason, people start to talk a lot about it. And the reason, the point of the methodology or whatever, it starts to be difficult to understand, because there is so many people talking about the same topic in different ways with different perspective. It starts to be something simple get more difficult to be understood. Yeah, but I already work in HR. Some of the concept, I would say, it's not new. Like daily, it happened since I started in HR. Like one-on-ones is very common. So for me, daily is basically one-on-ones. Like because at HR we call it one-on-one, even when we are talking about with many people, not just one people. Besides, the name is one-on-one, but sometimes the one-on-one happen with more like the manager and the team. It still was called one-on-one. I don't know exactly why, but it's similar, I think, with dailies. I don't know. I was trying to search about the manifesto Agile, and I saw some topics like collaborative daily. That's not new. Like every company, since the business started, they are trying to make people collaborate, to build something. That's not new. Face-to-face conversation is, especially now, I don't even know if I'm reading the right paper, so that's what I have here. So I don't know, but here I have 12 principles of Agile, and one of them is face-to-face conversation. I don't think that's Agile, not anymore, but that's what the papers say here. Self-organization teams, so that's another thing that it happens since the business started. Every business started with this concept, self-organization team. So teams should be organized by something, and I don't know. So I understand the mindset, and I'm pretty sure that it works. But there are some things that is not new, but for some reason people try to make it difficult to understand. They try to put a lot of information in something very simple. So for me, I don't see agile methodology as a hard thing to be. It's like cultural. If you want your company working in agile methodology, all you have to do is try to set the right persons to raise the flag, like, all right, here we want to do in this way. That's our way to do something. We don't care about your mistakes, but correct it as soon as possible. This kind of thing. Let's learn with your mistakes. In this kind of mindset, I agree that in the past it wasn't acceptable. Like mistake wasn't. It wasn't I forgot the word.
Acceptable.
Allowed. It wasn't allowed. You couldn't make a mistake and just say, oh, I did something wrong, that's my mistake, sorry, but that's what I learned from it. It wasn't accepted in the past. Now I think people, especially companies, they are willing to allow people to make mistakes. So yeah, just be now very direct. I already worked with this kind of mindset, and I really like it. It like a relaxed way and also very productive way to do things, like software, whatever you are work with. Agile methodology will work for you.
So good. Marconio, and you, how you know the Agile methodology, if you know, and if you don't know, how eita. how you feel about this topic?
Yeah, I don't, like Jairo says, I don't think by this label. I already work with Kanban because I lead a little bit before the meeting. Kanban and face-to-face and a lot of methods, but I don't know by this label. I already heard about it, but I don't see, but I don't read and see yet. I think it is important because organization is always important. I think it is. And this is it.
So good. Like Jar says, really, I think that the people, how happened almost all things, the people decides use one thing for all, in all situations, in all things. So I like so much Agile methodologies. The thinking, the mindset Agile is so good, but the people, the leaderships, the leaders decide to use Agile methods without have a team prepared for that. You don't have a process prepared for that. The people put this some characters of Kanban, of Scrum, of XP, and put in the same bag, choose something for use, and don't make a preparation of your teams, of your process, of your product, to use these methodologies, to use this mindset. So in the end, we have a mess of a mindset methodologies. We don't have organized, or we have a mess with mindset Agile methodologies. So I like so much the thinking, the mindset Agile, but I believe that so many companies don't use of a better way. I think is a big mess. So because that, I have a idea to bring this for this session, because I think is a thing so used, so talk about, but so have so many reflection about that, because that I have the will to just to oh, ok, em frente. So good. Sorry, I don't have a. I can give. Yeah. You all of you working in teams. Marconio, you don't work in team, okay?
Not yet.
Okay. Vinicius, Jairo, you work in teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm understanding correctly. So, Vinicius, in your team, does your does your team use Agile methodologies? You think this is more efficient? Apply this, turning more efficient in your team routine?
Yeah, my team uses the Scrum, how to manifest about the Agile methodologies, a way to express this, like I said, and I think that depends depends of the culture of the company, depends like the way uh, that the leadership have a relationship with your team, uh, and I think that's more than on the process. It's a social question too. And in my case, my last job, I don't have good feelings about my Agile method or Scrum that I work with, because I have more pressure on my shoulders. I feel this every day. I work it every day, and I'm made extra time to develop it, to deliver a feature in the final and the finish of the spring, in the final of spring, for example. And I had more pressure in me, and it's was a very frustrating. I don't know how to say this word, but actually, I worked with Scrum, and I have to deliver my features to fix my bugs in the system, and I don't have this pressure. I have more flexibility to decide my things that I will do in my week and my days, and I have more control, and I have more security, and I feeling more that more people's stay here to help me if I need, for example. So in this case, for me, actually, it's very good, but in my another case, it's not feel good. But how I said, I think that this have to relation with the culture of the company too, because don't cause oppression and the employee, for example. I think that's this.
In my last job, I have anxiety crisis before all dailies before I have anxiety crisis, all dailies. The daily is a good thing, but don't it haven't become a crisis for this. Depression have needs depression needs to be modulated. We don't have we don't be so many pressure really in these meetings or these other ceremonials. We need to have so many pressure, so many we have many less. Oh my god, we need to have less pressure. So people, I will need stop this conversation because uh, because the time. So I will